And I'm just like, is she serious? Like, are we kids? Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Aisa and I'm really glad you clicked on this video. So today I've got a different kind of video for you guys. I'm going to be doing a story time get ready with me, and I'm basically going to be talking to you guys about the time I had the worst college roommate ever. So if you want to stay tuned and basically hear my story and get ready with me, definitely get some snacks, get your drinks, whatever you need, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and I'm gonna get into this video. So guys, I'm not really going to like go in detail about like what product I'm using, just because I have so many like tutorials on this channel, and recently I've been using pretty much the same products. So I have a few tutorials out in the past recent weeks, so definitely check those out if you want to know what products I'm using. But yeah, we're just gonna get into this story time. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I normally don't talk and do my makeup at the same time, but let me just prime my face real quick. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm going to be talking about the time I had the worst college roommate experience obviously in college. So where do I start? I'm just going to start by saying, I guess, for those who don't know, I went to college in the States. I went to North Carolina Central University. Comment down below if you went to that school or if you're currently at that school. And yeah, I was basically a student athlete at the school. I played tennis for them. So yeah, that's basically just a little background so you guys know. And you know, like when I got to college, I was actually very young. I'll say that. I was really young. I was actually 16 when I got to college. And that's just because like if you're in Canada, if you're from Canada, you know that in Quebec, like the school system's a little different. So when I finished high school, I was 16, and basically, yeah, that's basically it. So as I mentioned, I went to school. I was on the tennis team. I was a student athlete. Basically, how it works when you're an international student and you want to go like to school for sports, you basically deal with things through the NCAA. And that's basically like an association for student athletes in the United States. And when you're like from another country that isn't like, and you didn't like follow an English education, basically like sometimes it takes time for things to like go through or whatever. So it takes time to like, you know, because you need to translate your documents, and then when they get it, they need to like basically go to their translator and make sure that everything is good and make sure that you're, you know, like everything is just good. So basically I finished high school. I graduated high school in June 2012. And the thing is, in Quebec, like, well, I'm sure it's pretty much everywhere, but because like some people take summer classes, so it takes like a while for you to get your final transcripts. So I had already sent in all my other transcripts, everything else, and it basically takes a while, like because like summer classes go all the way, I'm not sure like when they end exactly, like I'm not gonna put a number out there, but summer classes go up until like I would say July, like at least mid-July to like almost the last week of July, and school starts in August, you know, end of August. So as you can tell, like that's a pretty like tight window, you know, to get all your documents in. So basically guys, I know this is like not making sense right now, but it's gonna make sense at the end of the story. So like I'm just doing this like quick parentheses so you guys kind of understand how everything went down. So basically, it takes a while to get like your last transcript. You know, you get it at the end of July and school starts in August. So basically, when you're a student athlete, you know, like most of the time they place you in your rooms with your teammates. So most of the time, if you're a student athlete, like basically 90% of the time, you're going to share a room with your teammate, even though like you may not know them, but because you guys kind of have the same schedule, you guys have the same practices basically and everything, you're going to be in the room with your teammate, you know? So that's how it usually works. But because I was basically going back and forth with the school, with my coach, with the NCAA, because they didn't receive like my last transcripts and it was taking some time, you know, like my coach ended up having a meeting with the admissions office and they were just like, oh, like you're not going to be able to come in August, you're gonna have to come in January. And basically I got off the phone with my coach and I checked again, you know, because you have this little like online thing account that you check. So I went and checked again, and I kid you not, like literally like an hour after I got off the phone with him, basically my account said that I was cleared, you know, my documents were cleared, everything. You know, they finally like processed the last documents that I had sent them. So I basically contacted my coach again and told him, and he managed to get a hold of the admissions office and they finally let me come in August. So now fast forward, all my documents are good and basically I'm cleared and the school's letting me come in August, right? So because I kind of got all my stuff done late, my coach just wasn't able to place me in the room with my other teammates because they were already like all together. So basically they just placed me in a room like with random like people that I didn't know, I've never met, and I didn't know who they were gonna be, you know, like I didn't even have their names or anything before going there. But like the kind of person I am, like I don't really care. It's not something that's really gonna like make me, I don't know, it's not gonna bother me that much, you know, like I don't care, I don't mind meeting new people, like it's a new experience, whatever. So yeah, so basically fast forward to August, you know, it's time to go to school. So I get to school, you know, meet with my coach and everything. They show me my room, you know, I finally meet my roommates. So the way this room was set up, it was basically like, they called it a suite. And basically we had a living room and one bathroom. And there were 4 people in the room, but basically 2 rooms. So 2 people in one, 2 people in the other room. And like I said, we had the living room and the bathroom that we all shared, like all 4 of us. So basically, I get to the room, you know, I meet my roommates. They all sound really nice, really cool. You know, like I didn't have any issues with them at first glance. So basically, you know, we're just all sharing the same room, getting to know each other, I guess. Like I said, I didn't really have an issue with them at first glance, but that changed really quickly. So basically, as you know, like when you're a student athlete, I'm sure you guys know, but you know, like sometimes you have early practices, sometimes you have like you have to leave early for like a game or like a match, whatever. So you know, like sometimes your schedule, you need to be able to like sleep. And you know, I feel like sometimes if you're not a student athlete, it might be hard for you to like kind of understand that, because for you, like you don't really have that obligation, especially like, you know, like as athletes most of the time we come on scholarships. So if you have a scholarship, you kind of need to, you know, you can't just come and not do nothing, not show up to practices. Like obviously you're gonna lose your scholarship, you know. So basically that changed really quickly. So the girl that was in the room with me, she was okay. I didn't have any problems with her. She was really, really nice, everything. And then another girl that was in the other room, she was also really nice. You know, we used to talk and chill sometimes. I didn't have any issues with her too. But her, I guess her roommate, like she was my roommate too, but her roommate, I don't know, like things just really changed really quickly. So I told you guys I got to college when I was really young, like I was 16. I guess I was kind of small, like I'm not that tall or anything. So I guess it's easy for people to like pick on me, but it's not really something that bothers me. Like I don't really care. So this girl, it started off with like really, really small things. Let's call this girl, what are we gonna call her? Let's call her Rachel. So Rachel, which is the girl that was in the other room, you know, she was older than me because she went to school. She's American. She went to school in the States. So, you know, they finished high school later than I guess in Quebec. So basically, it started off with just like little things. It started off with her kind of like just teasing me and calling me names and just, you know, like it wasn't anything that really like bothered me like that, you know, like she used to call me Canada because I'm from Canada, I guess. So that was her nickname for me. And, you know, she would always just kind of like tease me, I guess because of like my accent, how like I was young and stuff. So I guess she felt like, you know, it was okay for her to tease me, but I don't know. I'm the type of person that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me. So I was just like, whatever. I mean, like, it's whatever. I don't really care. And of course, I didn't let that get to me. So it started off as that. I didn't let it get to me or anything. I just kind of brushed it off every single time and didn't really like, I didn't really care, to be honest. But then things just, I don't know, I guess she started getting like really comfortable because she basically started coming into my room, you know, like when I was sleeping. So like I said, when you're a student athlete, like you have a certain schedule. Sometimes you have to wake up early for practice. Sometimes you have to wake up early for games, you know. Other than that, like I don't really care, but I guess in those moments, you know, like that's when I need my sleep. I'm the type of person, when I sleep, like my sleep is like, I need sleep, you know, like my sleep is the one thing that you don't mess with. Like I'm the type of person, I need a lot of sleep. So it's just something you don't mess with. Like I don't play with my sleep, you know. So basically she started coming in my room while I was sleeping and just kind of like trying to wake me up, you know, like, and it's just like, it was just things like that I was just like, are you serious right now? Like I'm over here sleeping. And the main reason why she started coming in my room is because, you know, I would go to bed when like, when I needed to go to bed early, I would go to bed early, but I didn't mind, you know, like my roommate would still be in the living room kind of talking to the other girl in her room. So she would leave the door unlocked because obviously if you're just in the living room, like you're not gonna lock the door, you know what I mean? Because you're still in the room, so you're not gonna lock the door of the bedroom door. So basically, and I didn't care, like they were in the living room talking, that like that's fine, you know, like I don't mind that. It's just I'm going to sleep, you know. So basically I would go to sleep, she would stay with a girl in the other room, in the living room, and they would talk, so the door would stay unlocked. And then Rachel would come in the room, you know, I guess she was like out somewhere with her friends. She would come in the room and then start being loud. And even at that point, like I feel like, because at that time I used to, now I'm a light sleeper, but at that time I used to like, basically when I'm sleeping, like nothing can wake me up. Like I even slept through a fire alarm. That's how deep of a sleeper I was. So basically even that, it didn't really wake me up, but you know, she would be loud. And then she started coming into the room. So she would come into the room and start trying to like wake me up. So she would like, you know, kind of like touch my head, try and like, I don't even know what she was trying to do because obviously it was dark, but you know, try and touch my face, like move me, and she'd be like, Canada, like wake up, you know, like just things like that. And it would just be like, girl, like I'm trying to sleep, you know, like I have to be up early tomorrow, you know. So it started with things like that, and obviously I would just be like I'm trying to sleep, like can you just leave me alone, blah blah blah. I would still kind of be calm about it. I'm not the type of person to really like go off, I guess. So I would still just be calm about it. And so things like that would keep happening. She would keep like coming into my room and just basically like talking and like trying to talk to me, trying to wake me up, being loud, like after she woke me up, you know, and stuff like that. And I'm trying to, obviously if I'm asleep at that time and you guys are still awake, that means I either have practice or I have a game. Thankfully, this was the fall semester, so you know, like we weren't in season, but we still had like tournaments that we would play. So fast forward, then things just, I guess like one night things just escalated after, you know, she kept coming into my room, and I don't know, like I guess she got like even more confidence or whatever, and things just escalated. So basically, one night things just escalated. This was, I want to say this was closer to the end of the semester. So like her coming into my room, just like trying to like basically like push me and like wake me up and like basically like, I don't even know, trying to tickle me and stuff like that during the night. That had been going on, I guess, for like half a semester, I want to say. And you know, I still didn't really like say anything. I would just be like, you know, leave me alone, I'm trying to sleep, and still kind of be like patient. I don't know, like I don't know. I would still kind of just, you know, like brush it off, I would say. So this was, I guess, closer to the end of the semester because I can't remember if I feel like I had a game the next day and I had to wake up like really early to leave. Yeah, I think it was like one of our last tournaments of the semester. So it was like closer near the end of the semester. Like I want to say end of October or like November, like before Thanksgiving. I feel like it was definitely before Thanksgiving because most of the time after Thanksgiving it's finals, American Thanksgiving. So it was somewhere near the end of the semester. And I don't know, she just got so much confidence. So that night she wasn't in the room, you know. Of course, I went on, did my stuff during the day, came back, and I was chilling a little bit with my roommates in the living room. And then I think I had a game the next morning, so I had to wake up early, you know. And I was just like, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna go sleep. Of course, my roommate, she's still in the living room, so, you know, I don't lock the door because she needs to come back in like when she wants to sleep, obviously. So I don't lock the door, I just go to sleep, you know. So I've been sleeping for quite a few hours actually. I don't remember what time exactly I went to sleep, but yeah, I went to sleep. And this was like, I want to say like it was like a Friday or something because I think it was like a weekend and my roommates like stayed up longer than usual, obviously, because it was a weekend. So basically they were just in the living room, they stayed up. I went to sleep and I fell into my deep sleep. Like I said, I'm a deep sleeper, so like nothing really wakes me up. So Rachel comes in. We haven't really seen her all day, which I don't really care. Like, you know, she can do whatever she wants. You know, you're in college, you can do whatever you want. So basically, I haven't really seen her all day. And my roommates either. And she comes in pretty late, I guess. I want to say like it was probably, I don't really recall because obviously I was sleeping, so I don't really know what time she came in, but I know when she woke me up because I looked at the time after. So basically what happened was she came in, I guess she was talking with my roommates and my other roommates in the living room, and then she decided to come into the room, you know, and basically just wake me up like she liked doing so much. So basically she walks into the room and she's being loud obviously, and she's like, Canada, like wake up, blah blah blah. And when I sleep, I'm the type of person, like I sleep with my sheets completely like on me. I don't know why, I just sleep like that. My sheets are like just all over me, okay? So, and I just leave like a tiny like opening for me to breathe, obviously. So yeah, she comes in and she's like, Canada, like wake up, blah blah blah, and just doing things like that as usual. But this time, guys, I don't know like what it was, but guys, this girl, I don't even know. So basically she was over here and she kind of, the way our bed was set up, it's not a bunk bed, but it was kind of higher, and then you had like the mattress, and she kind of starts like lifting up my mattress, you know, just like lifting it up so that I would wake up. And I'm just like, is she serious right now? And I'm just like, yo girl, like I have a match tomorrow, like a tournament, like you know, leave me alone, let me sleep, because I have to be up hella early tomorrow. This girl then proceeds to basically, you know, like I kind of put my sheets above my head to kind of hide myself from the light and stuff. And this girl, guys, you will not believe what she did. She basically went at like the foot of my bed and just kind of like pulled on the sheets, okay? And then she pulled on the sheets and I'm just like, what in the world? So she pulled my sheets, everything, my blanket, everything, and she just ran towards the hallway. And I'm just like, is she serious? Like, are we kids? So basically she ran in the hallway with my sheet, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm trying to sleep, this is really not funny. Like, it's not funny, you know? Like if you have like things to do in the morning, if you have an exam, you know, I'll be respectful and I'll let you sleep. Like, I've already told you I have a game tomorrow morning, I need to sleep. So basically she pulled on the sheets and just took everything, right? Everything I like that was covering me, she just took it all, ran to the hallway, and she's like laughing and stuff, and I'm like, can you give me back my sheets? And then she basically leaves the sheets on the ground and keeps running, you know, away from me. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, you're putting the sheets on the ground where people in the hallway where people like walk every single day with their dirty shoes, and like those are the sheets that like I used to like sleep and cover myself in. Like, are you serious? Like, we had carpet, but still, it's just like, are you serious? So basically, yeah, she left the sheets on the ground, so, and she kept like running away from me. And I'm just like, so anyways, I don't know guys, like I guess God just like, he just blessed me with so much patience, because even then I still didn't like really like react. I think I was like really tired as well, because this was around like 3 a.m. in the morning, okay? And I had to be up in a few hours. I think I was just really tired. So because I was in a deep sleep and they woke me up, or she woke me up out of my deep sleep, you know? So basically I just like picked up my sheets, I went back into the room. I was so pissed. I just like, it was just at a point where I was just, I couldn't like, I couldn't say, and like I was just so pissed. I basically picked up the sheets, went back into my room, shut the door, and like went back to bed, because I was just like, I don't have time for this right now, and I need to like sleep because I need to be up in a few hours. And that's when I looked at my time and saw it was like about like 3 a.m. So obviously like that made me even more pissed. But I was just like, you know what, like I'm not about to chase after her, I'm not about to like stoop to like her level, I guess, and you know, like start acting like a child. Like, you know, like I have to be asleep, I have stuff to do in the morning, like and I need my energy for other things, you know? So I was just like, you know what? I just kind of let it go because I think like I said, I was really tired, and on top of that, like God just blessed me with like so much patience because guys, I'm like way too nice sometimes. Like the things that I just let go like past me is just, it's amazing sometimes. So yeah, I just basically acted like, well, obviously like I know she saw that I was mad on my face, but she ran away, you know, like, and I was just like, it's really not funny. And I basically went back into my room, shut the door behind me, and went back to bed because I had to be up in the morning. So basically, I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know what it was that night that made her do that, that thought it would be funny, but it really wasn't. And I guess like God works in mysterious ways because the next semester when we were actually in season and I had games like every single weekend, she was basically never in the room and nowhere to be found. So I guess in a way it kind of all worked out, you know, because the next semester when I was actually in season and like, you know, I basically had games, I had school and everything. She was nowhere, like, she was still our roommate, but I would see her on campus, like, walking around. My roommates would see her on campus, you know, walking around, but she was never in the room. She never slept in the room or nothing. Like, I guess she would just stay with her friends or, you know, like some guy. I don't really know, to be honest. But, you know, like, she was never in the room, and I'm really glad that it worked out that way, because if she was going to like come to the room and do stuff like she did the past semester, like I don't think it was gonna work this time, because I think, you know, like I endured it one semester, but like there's a limit, you know, like, and of course because that was the semester that was in season, like I don't think that I would have been able to kind of deal with that again another semester. So basically, you know, it worked out in the end. Even though she thought it would like break me, I guess. I really don't know what she was trying to do, to be honest. I don't know. She must have just really thought it was either really funny or she really just enjoyed like picking at me and thought that like it would make me feel some type of way, or I don't really know. Like, honestly, I really don't know, guys. But, you know, like, I never really showed her that it bothered me because, like I said, I'm not a type of person that cares about those things. So, like, okay, you can keep, you know, picking at me and stuff, but it's like, it's whatever. But yeah, that day, it was just really not cool. Like, it's just like, you know, there's a limit. Like, at the end of the day, like, there's things that you need to like at least kind of be respectful, because I never did that to her. I never came into her room when she was asleep. I never like, you know, like there's just things that it's like you gotta be respectful. Like I told you, I have a game in the morning. Like, you know, if you were kind of like respectful, you'd be like, oh, okay, like let me just back off. But no, instead, you know, she decided to basically just pull my sheets off and drag them in the hallway. So yeah, that was just my experience with my roommate. And then the next years I was basically with my teammates, so obviously we all had the same schedule and stuff, so I didn't really have that problem, you know, because it all worked out. Like we went to the practices together, we had the same practice schedules, we had the same game schedules. So like if we had a game the next morning and we all had to go sleep early, we were all asleep early, you know what I mean? And there was no like problem. So basically that is my experience with my roommate from college, my freshman year too. But you know, it's whatever. I don't really care about it that much, but I thought it'd be funny to like share this story with you guys. So yeah, that was basically like my experience with a bad roommate, I guess. I don't know. I've heard like some stories that are like 10 times worse than mine. Yeah, like some people are just like really crazy. Like it's crazy. I've really heard like some crazy stories. but this was basically my experience. I want to know, like, I'm curious to know, like, how do you guys have roommates in college? If so, do you know them? Like, have you met them? Are you a student athlete like I was? And like, did you just get put with your teammates, or are you like staying with your friends, or did you meet someone like through orientation or online? Like, I'm really curious to know. And or if you've like experienced a bad situation with one of your roommates before, I'm curious to know that too. It would just be interesting, so definitely leave that down in the comment section down below, and you know, we'll talk and share our stories, I guess. Yeah, this was my story. I don't know, I've never really like shared it just because I feel like, I don't know, I'm not really like the type to share, I guess, stories. I just keep them to myself. But yeah, I just wanted to do something a little different today. So guys, that was basically my experience with my worst roommate. Comment down below your worst experience with a roommate if you've ever had one, or if you're in college right now and you have a roommate, comment down below like how your relationship is with her, because I really definitely like to know her or him. But yeah, definitely really would like to know like if anyone else has have any like crazy stories like me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, this little story time video. I wanted to bring you guys something a little different and a little more fun, you know. I don't really like share that many stories on here, but I felt like since school is starting, this is a good time to like basically share one of my experiences with one of my roommates. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more videos like these, or if you guys want me to share other story times, definitely comment that down below and leave a comment. If you're not subscribed to our channel yet, definitely subscribe. We do hair, makeup, fashion, lifestyle. We have a lot of videos. Definitely comment down any other video you'd like to see, and we definitely like to bring that to you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for continuously supporting our channel, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye guys.